An-Nasiha Inventory and Warehouse Management Solution. An-Nasiha is a software support division of Jint Technologies Private Limited, who has been providing a wide range of offshore, desktop, mobile, and web application development services since 1991. Citizen Developer is a model of software application development that enables business users to develop and maintain their own IT solutions using FileMaker platform. Developed by Claris International, a subsidiary of Apple Incorporated, FileMaker helps you create customized apps that make your businesses better. Using this low-code, rapid development tool, you can build apps to manage your day-to-day business. You can organize contacts, track inventory, manage events, and much more. You do not need programming skills to create custom apps of your choice. With drag and drop features, you can create and deploy apps either on your server or directly on the cloud. These apps can be accessed through the web, mobile, or a tablet, which means you are connected to your business wherever you are.
When you enter into the system, you get to the home screen, which has 4 options: Setup, Orders Inquiries, Inventory, and Reports. Setup is where you define your business. The parameters are brand that you're going to deal with, categories, menswear, women's wear, children's wear, subcategories, formals, casual, sports, etc. Then you define the colors and the sizes that you're going to deal with. You can have the US size, Europe size, UK size. Now, article is something that your principal identifies the product with. So this is the code that is given by the principal or the supplier to this product. And once you receive it in your inventory, it becomes an item for you, and then you identify it with your own code. Besides certain details about the supplier and the categories, you also have the purchasing terms, that is the cost that you bore to get this product, and the selling term, the price and the discount that you're going to offer on this product. You can also identify your business in terms of regions. Now this could be province-wise, regions, areas, cities. You can define it as per your geographical boundaries. Customers. You have basic details about the customer, the address, the contact person, contact details, and if you have, it's a credit customer, then you also have details like the credit limit and the credit days for that customer. Suppliers, similar to customers, you have supplier details, and then warehouses. These are the areas where you store your products. This could be divided as an imported warehouse, a local warehouse, or you can have in one city according to a specific supplier. It all depends how you want to configure the system. Now once this is set up, we go to the next step, which is the ordering or inquiry. After setup, we are now going to make some orders. Now we already have some orders made in the system. Let's take a look at one of them. In this, we have the purchase order number, the date on which it was issued to the supplier, identifying the transporter, and if there were any special instructions for the transporter. Then you identify the products, the colors that you want, and the assortment, which means from the size that you want. And then next is the ordering of the pairs, how many pairs you want to order, and packaging, which means how many pairs per carton. So once you provide all this information, you can print the purchase order and send it to them, or you can email it to the supplier. After a purchase order has been issued, you receive the products in your inventory and do different transactions. The product is received through a material receipt note. Now there are 2 different types of material receipt notes. One has a warehouse option and the other is finance. In the warehouse option, you only deal with the quantities. the warehouse staff enters the quantities received, whereas the finance option gives the finance staff the option to post with the values. So here we have segregation of duties, where the warehouse staff deals only with the quantity, whereas the finance staff, they post it with the value. Now, once the product is received in your stores, you can transfer it to different warehouses or outlets. You just identify the warehouse where you have to send it to, the article or the item code, and the quantity, and a transfer note is issued. Then you sell your products. We have invoices, which are for credit customers. You have certain details like the invoice number, the date of invoice, the due date, customer details, product, and the value. And if you have a look at here, there's the credit limit and the current balance after deduction of the current invoice. Now these credit customers are those who are registered in your accounting ledger, and those with which you don't have any credit dealing are cash customers, who are basically walk-in customers. And the invoice is basically the same look, except that you don't have a due date and you don't have any credit details. It's invoice is due immediately because you're not extending any credit to them. Next are credit notes. The credit notes are issued to the customers where there is a sales return for exchange or damaged item. And if there is no value involved, like if there is a change of pairs, or if you are giving some items free of cost to a customer or a potential customer, then you use a stock adjustment note. And when you are sending your products back to your supplier, you create a stock return, which is for your supplier. And last are the return items, which are on those products that have been marked for return, but they haven't been sent out yet. So they are still lying in the store somewhere. And there's this record which tells you that some pairs are out there which have to be sent to the supplier. So these are the various transactions that we do through the system. The last option of the main menu leads us to reports. There are different preset reports available in the system, which are categorized by sales and by warehouse. So you have sales which are defined by category wise, supplier wise, or a complete item list, a customer list. You've got cash memo sales or invoice sales, and then we have consolidated sales, which are a combination of both. You identify customer wise sales as well, and you have the credit notes. The warehouse reports are from purchase orders, orders that have been partially received, which have been completely received, or those that are still pending. And then there are the receipts, the MRNs for the various warehouses, and the finance version with the values. You have transfer reports, stock adjustment reports, the complete stock ledger, and the stock return journal, as well as a return list for those items which are still lying in the warehouse. So these are some of the reports that are available in the system, but many more can be configured according to the requirement.